Just a random live, not on camera. I'm gonna be on too long. Hey, Queen of the South. I'm doing okay. How you doing? Just thought I'd come out here for a quick little minute. I don't really have nothing to talk about. What you say? How you deal with gangsters and noise? Mm, like, how do you deal with gang stalking narcs and they noise camping? Wait, explain to me what you talking about. I feel like being a neighbor is just as bad as being in a relationship. It is, cause like all of them the same. Like they all operate the same way. They just feel they can do what they want to do. They have no respect of others, and that's that. And it's sad that people got to deal with it or find ways of going around them. It's just to be at peace. Because trust me, they do it to try to get a reaction out of you. A lot of times they can't handle the fact that you're private, you stay to yourself. They hate quiet people because they can't get nothing out of you. So that's why they do stuff like that. Yeah, Satan only could use who allow him to, just like people could only, the narcissist could only use who allow the narc to use them. I used to deal with something like that. Let me tell you, a long time ago. Um, this is a long time ago. I was in my early 20s. I was on my own. Um, I used to work two jobs. And because I stayed to myself, I stayed in this clump, this apartment complex. And these neighbors, some of my neighbors down the way had some kids, and her kids were so bad. And I remember my mama used to say, "Don't call kids bad. They're not bad. They acting." They were terrible because they used to just pass by my door and throw like mud at the door, or they would just bang on the door sometimes. Kids, and it's like I know she knew that her children were just targeting me, were just harassing me. Sometimes they will allow that to happen as a way to just, you know, that's their way of getting to you. Let the kids do it. Yep, all that. I done been there. I done dealt with all of it. What did you have to go through, financially? Like, how did they sabotage you in that way? Was it family or in your relationship, your marriage? It's crazy. It is crazy. And you say targeted individual in game stalking program. I never heard about no program. But see, when people harass you on jobs like that, it's just because it's something about you that stands out and jealous of you. You're a beautiful person. They hate that. It's jealousy. They say before I even started, I was already fine. Hmm. And they mind because they test you. Even if they don't really have that kind of power to fire you, they already campaigning and plotting to get enough against you to get you out of there. No, I never heard of it. I never heard of the Antichrist program. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sure. She said there's 1,000 people on YouTube. Hmm. We all telling it. I guess we're all chosen ones. If you a victim of narc abuse, we're chosen ones because we live to we survivors. We're survivors and we live in the tell it. And they don't want that. Another thing you can expect out of a narc. And you know what? I was looking at this supposed to be interview this morning of Nature Boy. He called himself Three Guard, the one who got arrested about a month ago for running that sex cult, that abusive cult. He was running out of Atlanta. And when it's like when the walls close in on them, they don't know how to respond to that. He didn't want now he could have gotten off the live, but at the same time he wanna seem bold and strong enough to stand up there and deal with the questions thrown at him. So what happened was the the lady was saying, if you're God, you call yourself God, shouldn't you be about love and peace? I mean, these women, all of them, when they finally escape your cult, they run to Bebo and tell their story of the abuse they went through with you. And it's like he just started acting silly, playing music in the background. They don't know how to handle being exposed. They can't be exposed. So they just start doing stupid stuff. Yeah. What made me realize that what narcissism was, I'm telling you, it was just like a wake up call to me that literally woke me up in the middle of the night. And it really started with a dream I had that a snake was coming into my room. I left my room door cracked open while I sleep in bed at night, and I just jumped up and looked on the floor, and a snake was coming in my room. And I woke up, and I'm like, Lord, why did I dream about that? And you hear so much about snakes representing evil or the devil or the enemy. And the first thing came to my mind was when I woke up and realized that, snake means enemy. The first person come to my mind was the narc who I had been dealing with all of the smearing at work and the punishments, just unnecessary punishments, and just she knows she worked that place to put everybody against me. That's the first person that came to my mind. I said that was just God showing me with just what I needed to see. He was telling me everything I needed to know. And that's when I just went from there. I was like, I gotta speak on it. It was like very, very, very overwhelming because it all just hit me at one time. And that's a lot to take in and process. It's hard to describe the experience, but that's something I'll never forget. and him too. I I used to binge watch his channel. I still do peek in on him at time from time to time. I kind of start watching a lot of the channels. Not for any bad reason. It's just that it's like it's overload. Like we all experience the same. We all pretty much think alike when it comes to them. It's pretty much nothing new that I've heard. Nothing. That's why I can like my videos. I just kind of stick to my experience because I don't want anything to seem like superficial. Like, okay, now that don't sound like it got nothing to do with them. I could only speak on my experience, but a lot of it very, 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 very similar experience that we have all had dealing with that. He is he is like my favorite Quinn to speak on it in a way to where you understand it. Now I don't believe in that, you know, a person is the goat and all that, because I spoke on that one time. Like, ain't nobody no goat. We're speaking on our personal experience. You can't tell your story, you know, from my experience. You can only tell your own story. I can only tell mine. Now you may mean like I understand that people saying the way that you explain narcissism to where you could understand it, because I know I have a hard time explaining myself sometimes. I ain't mad at you if you don't understand it. I'm sorry, and I hope that people can get a better understanding of it from somewhere else. I ain't trying to block nobody from learning. I want that message to get out there. We need to get the message out there. I used to watch it too going to sleep because he's so calming and soothing. Nothing like a calm voice to teach you that good word of something you need to know about so you can spread the word. See, that's the word that they don't talk about in church. They may speak on it, it may be a sermon that certain people like, okay, this one I want to speak on, and they set the date, but it's not talked about enough because the church is people. The people is the church, and uh, 95% of them sitting in there are narcissists. I mean, to be honest, they come up out of there, go up in there, full character mode, come up out of there and take that mess off so fast and go back to being like, now, what you, they come out of there and go back to being the real them. Go up in there and put on a doggone show. And I don't got time for that foolishness. That's why I don't go to church. I don't fellowship like that. I can fellowship, but I gotta be in the company of those who are. It just gotta be. We gotta be on a whole nother level from just. Well, you just got to accept people for who they are. There ain't nobody perfect and all of that. They just can't an excuse to keep being. Yeah, I love Dr. Ramani. She's the professional. See, I ain't no professional. I ain't went to school. I ain't going to school. Because it's not that serious to me. I don't have time. Time is running out. We got to get this message out there ASAP. Time is running out. People are suffering, they're hurting, they're confused, they're lost. We need to get the message out there right now. I ain't going to school. That's not gonna hold me back. But I am thankful for her teaching and her education, and I just love the way I love the way she speaks on the topic. I really do. Her and Quinn. And they got a lot of other ones that I watch. I can't think of them right off. But we all need each other to get this out there. We all are going to express ourselves in a different way. And that's okay to me. Yeah, me too. I consider myself spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I went through a spiritual awakening, but then I started to kind of drift off into things that I was just trying to dibble and dabble into like try to just see what's it all about. But I really couldn't get a real feel of it. And I wasn't gonna lie to myself about it. So I left that alone because I just couldn't really, I wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't a connection with me, with my spirit. I went through a spiritual awakening, but that's not the way I was supposed to be using my spiritual gift. So that's why I left it alone. I got videos on here, stuff that I had experienced, some things I was trying to get into, but God say, leave it alone. I didn't get you. Look, you just gonna know. You gonna know. You heard about the mass shooting in Buffalo? You know they killed 10 people. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. And then he tried to kill himself, and they caught him right before he ended his own life. And they say that he was on suicide watch or something like that. But true. I just seen something on the news about an elementary school shooting. 2 kids got shot. Sad. See, that's that spirit of anger. I see 5 people on here. 2 thumbs up. Thank y'all for checking in. I know this is random. Like I said, I didn't have much to talk about. Just wanted to peek in for a minute. Yeah, I heard how he went in that store and shot them people. People don't care. They don't have no mind when they out there like that. Just gone. They already gone. I used to want to study people's minds who go insane and do things like that. Like, because I feel like I've been drove myself crazy trying to figure it out. And he recorded it. Some type of demon took over and this he had self hatred. Like the movie Karen. I ain't seen that movie yet. I want to, because that's my girl. She's a good actress. I want to see it though. And to take the time out to record something like that. Mm-mm. Where can I find the movie at? I mean, where can I watch it? What is on? Hmm. She gave hell to her black neighbors and she used to do petty things. Girl, you go. I want to watch. Oh, it's on Prime. I'm gonna check it out. I really just woke up from a nap. I really just woke up. I fell asleep watching something on Hulu. That medicine though, medicine I'm taking, I got after I finish my dose for today and take the last little bit tomorrow, I'll be done, and I'm glad. I'll be done shook all the way back because it medicine leave a nastiness to taste in my mouth. But when I wake up, I'll be feeling so. energized because I'm telling you, I had lost a lot of my energy when I had took sick with that stomach flu. Yeah, I don't have fire stick. I don't like things like that. I just like regular TV and the apps that comes with the contour. They finally added Hulu on to the contour. But see, my cable is paid for already through the government, the broadband pro- program. So anything extra costs, that's so it's up to me, whatever I add on. And I ain't trying to add on nothing. I got enough on me already. Good, don't tell me. I'ma check it out. Don't tell me. But that's gonna give me something to watch. School is out, and school out. Our last day of work was Friday, which I didn't go because I spent the last 2 weeks in the bed. But the summer program that I normally work, I signed up for. It's kind of late and it's only running 3 weeks, but it's supposed to be a good paying job if I can still get on it. It don't start till next week, so I'm gonna still be at home. So that'll give me something to watch. I'm just doing stuff, trying to stay busy, clear my mind, and just do stuff around the house. But I definitely want to check that out. I've seen it advertised a couple of times, Karen. Yeah, child. I've been with the school system since 2001. Then my actual start date was September 11th, the day that the Twin Towers was attacked. So I'll never forget the day I started, and that's gonna be my out day when I retire. And I can't wait. I feel like I hope I'm sprinting now. If they don't change policy on nothing, hopefully I can get out of there on an early retirement. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I say that, sometimes I say I'm gonna just go as long as I can. And sometimes I want to hurry up and get the hell on out of here. Oh, okay, the Dominican Republic. Yeah, that's where my honey wanna visit. We both talking about going there, but he, very limited traveling due to his health issues. He's on dialysis, so he's awaiting a kidney. For, and he haven't been doing too good lately. The last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, he really hasn't been doing too good, but he hanging in there. But when he shake that all away and things be looking good money wise for us, hopefully we can plan a little short lived vacation sometime over the summer. I don't know if we gonna go there, but that is somewhere I would like to go to. Yeah, but all of them are not permanent years because some of them I subbed, and I was like, if I'm not gonna get hired, I'm gonna quit. And it's like sometimes you had to back then you had to threaten them people so they could take you serious. And do you know back then it was $5 an hour, and we were still cooking from scratch. So you know that ain't been the day. But hmm a lot of memories. Wow, when I seen the cover out in public months after the police car, he ran for the hills like he seen ghosts. He hopped in the car and told his daughter to take off. Probably thought you was gonna confront him, like, so what happened to all my money or something. Probably thought you was gonna confront him. But see, the thing about it is they don't understand the power of peace, real peace. See, they can put on an act and have many people fooled, but that real peace of mind, you can't touch me. I'm not bothered by nothing you did in the past. I'm over that. You know, I done moved on, and you should too. You shouldn't even be worried about me. Like, I ain't thinking about revenge. See, they already live in misery, so you don't even really got to get revenge on them. That's the last thing that we have to worry about is getting revenge on the narc, because they already live in misery. They barely sleep at night. They have to take things to help them sleep. And I know that for a fact because their mind is constantly wondering and plotting on the next victim and the next thing they could do to get over on somebody. Hey, Dolores, how are you? They don't care. I bet he hauled tail out of them. Now, look, my son's ex, who I spoke on, who's also a narcissist, I told y'all the horror story he had to deal with that. I'm just so happy once she was out of his life. I just seen his life just go in such a positive direction. Nothing but great things been happening for him. Um, how about she joined the police academy? And I was like, the first thing came to my mind, like, Lord, she gonna try to terrorize my child. But I'm so glad I got all of the letters she left behind in that apartment once she just up and abandoned the lease with him. I'm glad that she left all. I still have that to the day. And everything that she put him through, he could speak on those things himself. But the thing about it is, I don't know how in the hell she passed that personality, that wellness test to join that academy. But I even seen her on the news at the graduation. I'm like, Lord, who finna put her on the streets to talk about protecting and serve? But see, that's what they believe, that they just so big and almighty to where that like they really built like it, like it's a natural. They really have that ego to think that they just running things, like they just a big boss who can come in and just handle things. You are not fit to be no doggone police. Yeah, the ones they ain't fit to be no police. The ones already there, they ain't no good. This is one of the most corrupt police unions down here, and she gonna join that. A lot of times, narcissists do things like that because it's they they tell themselves and they want to prove to others, I could do it too. You're not the only one who can have authority. It's like, and to me, that's just a job. That's like a basic entry level job. Another basic entry level job. They know the type of jobs to get so that they can use their position to terrorize other people. Which you say he He thought I was gonna inbox him and try to reach out. Sadly, the coroner says I can't contact him. Yeah, they perverts. They sick. They are sick, and they will sleep with anybody. Imagine a body count and how much unprotected sex they've had, and how they could potentially put your life in danger by you not knowing them, knowing about their past. And as time goes by and you're comfortable enough to have that unprotected sex with your partner, not knowing their track record. That's sad. I mean, but that's, anybody know, not just a narcissist, but it's just the thing. They live life so carelessly. They don't care. They don't care about themselves, so they don't care about nobody else. They don't care about who they put in danger. And see, the thing about them and children, little girls, and it's something about little girls too. It's like they know the type of power they can have over that situation dealing with a child. That's just disgusting. They're sickening, sickening individuals. Yeah. Someone told me that. Someone told me this is happening when they meet you. They don't care. They just want what they want. And if they figure you're not smart enough to pick up on them, they gonna keep going. Some of them bold enough to get caught just to show you I can do what I want to do. I got it like that. Some of them are just that biggity. That's another sick part about them. He wanted her more than he wanted me. It was obvious he couldn't hide it. They're nasty. When I was with my narc ex, my children's dad, he was messing with a married woman. But our sex life, I ended it long before her husband found out about them. So I didn't care what he was doing at that point. We just was living together as roommates. We just was living under the same roof. He was free to come and go and do as he pleased, sleep with he, because I was not gonna let him ruin my life through sex. They don't care. Them demons just want to get off. Them demons, sexual demons, they just want to get off. And they could use anybody who's available. He used to offer babysitting and spend time. And that's just to still be in your life. Because again, like I was telling y'all in the video, my ex, he wanted to use my address because, when they have really good schools in your area, but he was living out of the district area where his son couldn't go to one of those good schools. And he wanted to use my address. They only do that to stay connected. But at the same time, they lie and make other people think. See how you say he wanted to babysit? I bet you he turned that around. You gotta always think of it like that when it comes to an arc. Don't put nothing past him. He turning it around, telling other people you wanted him to babysit. That's how they operate. because you're not gonna make him look bad. He gonna make you look bad. Like, oh, she just don't want to let me go. She even asked me, can I babysit her little girl? That's what they do. I'm telling you. He was locked up at a time when I met him. He literally an ex-convict. Yeah, he was a he. The narc is the narc all day, every day, and everywhere they go. And he was also the narc in jail. He was the narc in prison as well. It didn't just start when y'all met when he got out. They've been here since the beginning of time. But when you think of it in that way, because some people turn narcissistic due to their upbringing, their unstable environment, due to an abusive upbringing, parents who are toxic, you know. And I figure some of them just come into the world that way if they can't open up and admit that they had a bad upbringing. Boy, my phone's just going off. Oh, well, I'm glad you found my channel. And it's something about the neighbors. It's like they really go hard to target you because they can't touch you. They want what they can't have. And they're not going to stop harassing you. If they can run you out of the neighborhood, or make you sell your home, they will. Because they want what you have. They mostly, it's all about jealousy, I'm telling you. They don't like the peace. They don't like peace and quiet. They don't like privacy. Privacy. They don't know how to respect your privacy. They don't care for stuff like that. They want you to be a part of that community, that fake community that they put together. They always want to be the leader of something, the committee. That's what someone told me that it couldn't have started. Oh, and hey, Amy in the Bible Troop, Queen of the South. Girl, ooh, 17 years. And get out and nothing changed. They only get worse. hmm Jealousy and envy. Yeah, they have a type. They have a type, but they still could use anybody. And they use people who will speak up to them and who are not afraid of them as a pit bull. They use those people to go before them to target other people, but first they got to present you as a threat to them. They need to put you out there to look bad so that they can use the other supply to come after you. I've even been a victim of that. They do it all. They do it all. And this has been going on since the beginning of time. All they have to do is open their mouth and speak. And if you're a person who doesn't speak much and, you know, they find a lot of opportunity within that, like, okay, but she don't talk that much, so it's gonna be easy for me to have people sold on these lies I'm about to tell, you know, because they gonna figure you're not gonna open your mouth to defend yourself. And a lot of time you ain't got to. I mean, it all depends on the situation that you go through with them. Just like the narc that I work with, been gone from work like the last 2 months. And it's like the people, they see you. Now they see the real you, not the person she painted. But it's like, you know what? Y'all went that direction with her. You were willingly, you know, you wanted to be a part of that. Everything that she had going on to destroy me. So don't think I'm gonna be too quick to just take you in, and want to get to know you as a. No, I'm good. It could stay that way. We can be cordial, but there won't be no friendship. Because as soon as that narc come back in the picture, guess where they gonna go? They gonna follow that person because that's the type of power they have over them. And a lot of time you can't go warning people about the narcissist. You gotta know when it's the right time to do it. You gotta know when the right time to warn people. You're gonna know. You're gonna know when they're ready. They're not ready. It takes time before they really, able to process that and understand it. And it takes strength to be able to walk away from that. And they're not ready. If they're still gonna be there and entertain a narc, they're not ready. So don't even waste your breath trying to warn people about the narc because it's not worth it. Every time I sing, she be singing. They be trying to mimic you or just copy you. Yeah, they love to provoke. And a lot of them, they're not like, they're not gay or you really can't put a label on a narc. They just gonna go wherever the wind blows. They're not really gay. They're just experimenting just because the opportunity presents itself. It's kind of hard to explain it, but they're not. That doesn't mean they're not ready to take up the title as being gay or lesbian. It's just that that's what suits them for the moment. It works for them. That's how they get supply. And if they can get supply that way, then they gonna roll with it. They gonna go with their role. They're all about role playing. They're not. They're not truly into that. Mm-mm. I don't believe it because one minute they speak, they very two faced. They're not to be trusted. It's all about, the opportunity. It's all about their intentions, and they always have bad intentions. So they're gonna play their role and make you think they're gay or lesbian or trans or whatever. They're gonna play their role, wasting people's time, knowing that's not the life they live. You know, they don't be that way. That's their supply. Telling you they could use anybody. They don't discriminate. They're not gay. They just don't discriminate. And of course, that's gonna work for them because then the community won't go up against them. So that's a win for them. I don't care though. I don't care. I don't care what people's preferences is. You know, hey, do you? I heard that's why they smear you because they know you know too much and they fear being exposed. Smear me? Or you just saying you like people in general? Cause child, mm, yeah, He has a son husband. Yeah, but see them North mammals. Oh Lord, don't make me get on that. Cause I'm telling you, my dude mama, she cut up and she let that man slip to me. I've seen it slip to him. So where one time she just completely blowed his phone up. Yeah, no, base mama. She blowed his phone up purposely, knowing that he had to be up early in the morning because we had to go to the Tulane Hospital in New Orleans, and that was gonna be like a all day thing for him, for everything that he had to do to get prepared for the kidney he gonna be getting soon. And so she was purposely trying to break his wrist so that he didn't get sleep because she couldn't get something out of him. She kept trying to borrow money, borrow money. He was like, I don't have money right now to loan. She just kept on, kept on, kept on, kept on. And she just got mad and just was like trying to put guilt on him. I'm your mother. You know, they love to throw up their title, a title that they don't even deserve. Yeah, they got a strange relationship with their son, and they be scared of their mamas. They be scared of their mamas. The mama have them brainwashed and they know how to manipulate them into believing, just to overthinking. You know how narcissists do. They do that to the adult children. But until they learn to think for themselves, just not even entertain it, that's when they start to get more clarity on it. It's all about a mind thing. They want you to think a certain way so that you can be, like I don't know, they want you to think a certain way. Some of them have this strange relationship, and a lot of times them sons, they be wanting to hide that from their partners because it's embarrassing, but they can't say nothing. You can tell that it's embarrassing to them, but they did not open their mouth and say nothing because they know they're gonna have to deal with the wrath of their crazy mama, and they really scared of them because they threaten them. They threaten to do things to destroy them. How could you do that to your own child? She was threatening to destroy him. You know, I was there for you when you first came back to Louisiana. And you unsettled. You didn't have a plan. You didn't know where you were gonna live. So I let you stay with me until you found a place. Just stuff like, why are you bringing this up? This happened 10 years ago. So whatever food I spent on, whatever money I spent on the food that I put in the house for us, I want it all back. Like you really about to backtrack something from 10 years ago you want back from me, your own child. That's how they operate. They believe in revenge when they can't have their way. He used to try like this. The new supplies also nurses. Sometimes they turn the new supply into a narcissist. Sometimes they turn their new supply into a narcissist. They want them to be like them. They want them to think like them. That's how they get their people together. because they want them to be like them. The more they find people like them to, the more powerful they feel, that they don't even have to work too hard, into victimizing you because they got all those people campaigning for them. I'm telling you, that's how they operate. She loves her. She loves her praise and sweat. Love taking trips, lashes, weed, drinking, and does not post color. Yeah, they're very into themselves. Ooh, Lord, they think they God's gift to the world. They think they're above God. They're more than God. They're jealous of God. They want to be praised. And once they notice that they ain't got to expect nothing out of you because they got you trained good to where you just constantly praise them and oh Lord, they could just sit back and be quiet and just soak it all in. They just some of the most vain and boastful people till it's sickening. They ought to just be sick of themselves, but they're not. They love it, and it's crazy because if they didn't have that, they would know who they are. It's other people that define narcissists. They depend on other people to define who they are. They depend on other people to make them feel good about themselves. And it's not even real. It's not even real. When all that's over with and it's gone and the crowd cleared out, they're miserable, lonely, sad, angry, and vengeful. The new supplier could know about, could know who they dealing with and just choosing to turn a blind eye. They probably kind of got an idea, but don't want to jump to conclusions, or they just don't know yet. Yeah, I think it's rude when people don't acknowledge a compliment with just a simple thank you or a heart. Just to acknowledge that, I see it and thank you. I hate when people feel like I don't have to do that. Like, some people, when you give them a compliment, they say, I know. I can't stand that. Like, I take it back. I take it back because, baby, you don't even deserve it. You don't deserve it. I take it back in a minute. I take it back. I still like the outfit or whatever. I still like the hairstyle. I don't like you. I don't like your personality because you don't make it look good. See, ain't nothing worth really complimenting if you don't make it look good. Mm-mm. Yeah, I hate when people don't say thank you. Just take the compliment. Some people figure that some compliments are empty because it's coming from you, but it has to come from a certain individual in order to be acknowledged. Some people think like that too. I'll be like, okay, so you can't thank a stranger for giving you a compliment because you don't know them, but it's still a compliment. Lord, people crazy. But I'm gonna wrap this up in about 6 more minutes. I'm gonna let it just go to an hour. Uh, I enjoy talking to y'all though. It's raining. If y'all can't hear the thunder, it is storming over here. Yeah, but see, narcissists, they attract those type of people because it works for them. They always want the easy way out. Anything that's just gonna make them look a certain way. They could be broke as I don't know what, and be looking like a million bucks, looking like they in the bag because it's like other people make them look a certain way, or if they could benefit from it, if they could benefit from what it is that you do to look good, that's what they cling on to. That's a good supply for them right there, and it's easy. That type of supply right there. They love those type of supply that very materialistic, have a certain look. Yeah. Bye, Amy. Mm, I have to go get a bite to eat before I take the medicine again. You have a good day too, and thank you. So you say have a good day. Not sure why the comments won't go through. They're coming. I remember I didn't know why they was disappearing. Goes to show I don't know. I'm not into the going live. This might be the last one to the end of the year. And then I noticed you have to tap the screen for them to reappear. And see, I don't like stuff like that. Cause I'm not into all that. Like my hair, I'm gonna keep my hair. I enjoy messing in my head, but I recycle my hair. I have hair old as, but I keep it up. Shoot. Sometimes I put my hair and it stays together too. I gotta put my hair in a zipped up pillowcase and put the shampoo in it and put it in a wash machine. I know ways of doing stuff to keep up with my hair. So I don't spend a lot of money on things like that. Clothes, I've had the same clothes for a long time. I keep up with my stuff. It's all about just keeping up with things, taking care of it. I believe if you take care of what you got, God will bless you with better stuff. And people just, and I be noticing that too. I wanted to speak on that because I ask for cash donations for things that I need, to purchase needs. It ain't going on hair, makeup. I don't wear makeup. I don't wear makeup. I'm not against people who wear makeup. I don't wear makeup. It ain't going on clothes and shoes, jewelry, none of that. And you go on some of these lives and they just be just sending in money. And the conversations don't they be empty. It ain't nothing that's learning. You're not learning nothing from it. It's empty. Like going to church sometime. I remember my aunt used to say that. Hungry for the word. And you still coming out there starving, empty. Ain't learned nothing. You still hungry for the word. What was the point of sitting up in there for 2 hours and you come out there with nothing? That then went up in there and giving money. I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave that alone. Getting off the subject. People be, ugh, they be idolizing. That's what it is. I ain't trying to be nobody's idol, and I ain't too proud to beg. So not. Mm. I appreciate what's given and understand what's not. And I believe God still gonna make a way. But all of that, just to be going shopping. That's what my paycheck for. When I earn a paycheck, whatever is left out of it, yeah, I'm gonna treat myself to something. But when I be treating myself, it be things like candles. I like those scented 3 wick candles that you get out of Bath Body and Beyond. I like stuff like that. I like to treat myself to things like candles. I like house plants and things like that. So, and y'all, that problem I was having with my car, I took it to his mechanic. He had been telling me, take it to my mechanic, take it to my mechanic. He ain't gonna charge you a lot and all this and that. I was like, okay, 'cause I need my money for food and for gas, and gas, y'all know gas is high all over the world right now. Took it there, and I was scared that it had something to do with that transmission. What it was is my car was low on all the fluids. It was low on all the fluids. So he went and bought all the fluids, and he didn't charge nothing. Nothing. And my car drives so good, and it ain't. It just drives. He was like, "That's a good car. That car ride good. You have taken care of that." I said, "I done put some money out on that car. I done put thousands on that car, and I don't feel bad that my car is reaching 200,000 miles. Cause you know what? That lets me know you took care of it. A lot of women, they cars ain't gonna reach the doggone 180. And so I'm proud of myself for that, and I'm thankful because it could have been worse. It was just low on fluids, nothing major. I really dodged the bullet with that, and I caught it in time before I really damaged anything. It was just dehydrated, like I was a week ago. It was dehydrated. Yeah, I got a transmission in my very, very first car. I mean, when I was in my 20s, and my first car was a Mazda Protege, and the transmission went out, and I got a new I not a new transmission, but I got a transmission replaced in it. So I don't mind spending for what I need, because that's my only transportation. It gets me back and forth to work. Ain't no such thing, like I said, ain't no such thing as saving. Every penny gonna go towards something, but as long as it's taken care of, I'm all right. But sometimes when you sit back and think, "Son, I work hard, I deserve to treat myself to something." Do it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I love them Yankee candles too. I got two of them left because I've had many of them. People even gave them to me like for Christmas gifts. And my son got me a beautiful. Ooh, that thing know it smell good. I think that thing was 30 something dollars. I don't know where he found it at, but it was giant. It's peach. It got like a wood top, a wood grain top. It's so pretty. He had got it for me for Mother's Day. Him and his new girlfriend, they put together like it's like an artificial bouquet of flowers. It was so pretty. And in the bottom of the vase, she had like those pretty marble. Oh, it's so pretty. I was like, boy, I know somebody helped you put this together for me. It's pretty. And I love candles, but I ain't ready to light that thing up yet. I just like looking at it right now. I love candles. I know that was a headache putting the transmission. I know that was a headache. But thank God you was able to do it. Ooh, I have to sit up. 14 students, teacher killed in Texas. 14. It was, Lord have mercy. It was two kids about an hour ago. even want to look at. I can't. I just can't. Oh Lord, you don't have nothing good no more. I don't even want to look at the news at that. I just did my hair over the other day because it looked horrible. I just like to do this stuff to make myself feel better, especially when I be in a dump. Sometimes you got to get yourself about the funk and do something. You could just do something to your hair, or go take a ride, go sit around the lake. I like sitting around the lake feeding the ducks. Go sit at the park. 14, yes, 14 students and a teacher killed in a Texas elementary school shooting. Now you know there's gonna be all the talk for a while. Oh. And every time I hear talk of a school shooting, it always takes me back to Columbine when that happened. I'll never forget that day. I didn't go to work that day. I had put my kids on. They was in preschool. I had put them on the bus. That sounds so old because my baby girl about to turn 24, and my oldest he's 25. That sounds so old, but yeah, that always takes me back to Columbine, and then they had other school shootings after that. So y'all, I'm about to get ready to get up off of here. I said I was gonna end it at an hour. Unless anybody have any topics, any questions, anything y'all want to talk about before I get on up out of here. I'm gonna get off at an hour and 10 minutes. 3 more minutes, cause I gotta go and take my medicine. I'm on three medications. One for the virus itself. No, one was for diarrhea, and the other one is just for the flu itself. And then I got the cough syrup, which I ain't really need that, but I'm finishing all of it so I could be shook back 100%. Yeah, 14, one teacher. Yeah, 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 yeah. The devil busy. Yeah, yeah, you can use anybody. Y'all notice the devil just be mad. Like, are you gonna ever stop being mad that you got kicked out of heaven because you disobeyed the rules? There are rules to follow. You can't handle the rules, you got to go. Simple. That's how the story tells it. You still mad? Somebody asked the devil, you still mad? Golly. Okay, Queen, it was good talking to you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm about to go ahead and get off of here in a few. Do the new supply for a change. I might do one more video on it. Cause I don't. I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it. I don't really be wanting to because I know what it's about and I ain't dealing with it no more. But I'm gonna speak on it. I just need to know like what are you experiencing and I can tell you why it's happening that way. But to just just to randomly speak on it. I got videos on there about the new supplies. Child, don't worry about no new supply. Focus on you and your happiness. Let them people do whatever they can to try to make you jealous. Long as they don't put their hands on you, you better protect yourself. get a gun or whatever if you feel like threatened in that way. I ain't advising nobody, because I don't even believe in messing with guns, but some people do. If you feel like you really need to protect yourself, do what you got to do. Or take them to court for harassment. You got to document everything. You got to have proof so that you can get them handled. But y'all see what's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber, and she is losing. She losing bad. Everybody on his side because everybody see it, and that's what the world needs to see right now. They need to see that trial going on so they can see that there are people like that in the world, and they been out there, and she's not gonna get away with it. She could put on all the crime acts that she want to. That man is being himself. He don't have to put on an act. So he already won. He already won. He didn't even need to go to court. He already won. He just following the rules of the land, but he already won. Hmm. Yep, be mad for no reason. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get off of here now. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will talk to y'all later. Trying to see how we exit off.